All right, y'all, so let's talk about this. So, Lance Rivera was telling a story about Biggie Smalls being set up by Diddy. According to Lance Rivera, he says that Diddy made sure that Biggie had no security when he went out to L.A. Now, several things crossed my mind, so I might end up doing 2-3 parts to this, maybe. We'll see. First thing is, for one, I don't put anything past people, because people will do whatever it is they feel they need to do to try to get ahead, to try to survive, and you never know what's going on. People might say, yo, why would Biggie do that? Did he do that? Biggie was still a big star, or whatever, and Big was making a lot of money for Diddy, and whatever, right? Their label, they were successful. People do a whole lot of things. Now, if it comes down to somebody's safety, if it comes down to somebody surviving, hell yeah. You got blood relatives that sold each other out. Another thing that I think about is, all the time people talk about, I ain't no snitch, I ain't no snitch, I ain't no snitch, but you snitching now. I don't care that Diddy's locked up. It don't matter. The story is, we talk about over 2 decades, right? Something like that. Then in 2 decades, like 2 decades of when this happened, people still talking about it. You still stitching. I don't care if you talk about it 3 years later, 30 years later, 80 years later, you still talking about the shit, right? And people are monetizing their channels talking about this. And people know that when they talk about things like this, and they want to, everybody, I was there, I was on the phone, the nigga 2 days before he left, the nigga, he got shot, I saw the nigga, I was with it. Everybody want to, talk about their involvement one way or another. There's always that street element when it comes to us, when it comes to this music, So my whole thing with all of that is like, Big wasn't the first, and then Big also, wasn't the last. But being that that's the topic, I think like this, man, when you connected to the wrong people, shit will happen. Y'all know how the streets work. If somebody can't get to you, they'll get to somebody in your family, somebody that's close to you, because that's the evil that men do. None of these niggas ain't tough. They're a bunch of little bitch-made motherfucking weed-smoking, drug-taking, alcohol drinking, out of shape. I got a gun, I got my niggas. Like, that's what they are. Cowards will pull the trigger much quicker than a thorough dude would. It's as simple as that. And what happened. And the way the story he told, like how he was supposed to be out there to make sure Big was okay, and some other dudes, had just came home, and he was supposed to go out there with Big, and whatever it may be, and that Big was out there partying and chilling and doing more than what he was supposed to do. And however you want to look at it, regardless to how people look at it, whatever happened, and whatever the facts are is whatever the facts are. Whether whatever. When you're not there, you can assume, so you don't know for sure. But whatever the facts are, another fact is none of this is going to bring Big back. But going forward in life, what's going to change about hip-hop? What's going to change about the streets? In fact, what has changed? Shit only got worse. So while we talking about Big and what happened and his man Diddy setting him up, I mean, it's like that scene on Juice, man. Tupac, what's his name? Bishop. Yeah, Bishop knew he got Rain killed, right? He did it. He's the one who killed him. He's at the funeral, staring at Q while he's hugging his mom and his sister and lying to them about how close he was to him. You know what I'm saying? And the fucking thing is, when people say that's art imitating life, just think about how fucked up that is. And I'm saying, for one, for us as black people, bro, we have this whole thing of, let's wear ignorant shit as a badge of honor. Ain't no do-over. Thing about Juice is Juice was a movie. So in the movie, when Bishop died, he wasn't really dead, but in real life, Tupac is. And it's all connected to the same type of shit. You know, I remember when Tretch told a story about how him and, you know, they was out there partying, and he's on the phone with Chug was like, yo, man, tell Diddy and them to come out and party, man. We gonna make this money, right? And you know, Tretch is saying that everything was cool. It was the streets that got involved. This was just all about money, right? As far as that beef, the battle shit back and forth. But, you know, my thing is, you can't expect anything positive to come out of ignorance. You understand what I'm saying? The best thing that can come out of the best thing that can come on some real shit out of motherfucking ignorance is people wake up and learn that they are being ignorant. But you know what you can't do? You can't overlook the fact that these same people might have had a lot to do with other people losing their lives that never came out and made records. It don't matter what you did, whether you was an artist or whatever, actor, singer, dancer, whatever the hell, whatever. Whether you worked at a pizza shop, a gas station, it don't matter. Whether you was a doctor, lawyer, it don't matter. Whatever you were, if your life was taken or somebody's life was taken close to you behind these same people that now I'm going to turn over a new leaf, they really don't turn over a new leaf. Because if you go from being hands-on with doing dirty shit in the street to hiring people to do dirty shit in the street, you still connected to it. So a lot of times people you want to call it karma or whatever, they get their karma. Because it's like, yo, you out here doing this and that. Like that line when Big said something like, what he say? Don't they know my niggas kidnap kids, fuck them in the ass, throw them over the bridge, and then people would say, oh, but that's just lyrics to the song. Yeah, well, that may be. And the thing is, when y'all say, I can relate to this nigga, see, that nigga know what's up. Yeah. Y'all, if you can relate, that means you do the same things, or you go around people that do the same type of stuff, right? See, the thing is, when it comes back to you, when it comes back to you, and what you say your niggas do, somebody do it to you, you got to think about it. Nigga, it's just music. This is why I said, nobody pushes for the music to change, because this is all we hear is murder, murder, kill, kill, and popping pills and taking drugs and killing people and giving females gang rape drugs and banging out chicks, 20 dudes on one child. This stupid stuff that we talk about in our songs. Nah, it's not our job to talk positive. It's not our job to do anything positive. Nah, it's not our job. Nah, that's all you ever hear, right? So, what do you expect to happen? What do you expect to happen? Remember when Chris Rock was doing his stand-up comedy some years ago? Way before Will Smith slapped the shit out of him. Remember when Chris Rock was saying, you need bullies. Every kid needs a bully. Remember that shit? He was talking about if his kids came to him and complained about a bully, how he slapped the shit out of him and tell him, hey man, you need a bully. And then that bullies do this and bullies, right? Ain't that what happened to him? Will didn't have to go up there and do that. He chose to though, because he knew he could do it to Chris Rock, right? Didn't he go up there and smack the shit out of him? So you understand what I'm saying? Certain things, it ain't funny when it happened to you, but it's okay when it happened to other people. And but it was just jokes. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, bro. We know people tell a lot of jokes where it's just jokes. They don't really mean it. We get it. But I'm saying to you, man, a lot of times people say shit, man, and they don't get it. You put shit out to the fucking world, man, and act like it's okay. It's like you watch somebody kid get kidnapped, you know, and then you don't say that because you ain't no snitch. Then somebody kidnapped yours. Imagine motherfuckers going, I know who did it, but I ain't no snitch. I ain't gonna tell. Yeah, you wouldn't feel that. You would feel a whole different way then. I don't want to hear all that. Yeah, but that's citizens and all this. Yo, listen. We need to do better, bro. And I'm doing this video because it's like, yeah, Big is the topic, but like, what's changed since Big has died? People still making the same dumb decisions. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing's changed for the better. I'm gonna end this video right here. I will come back and do a part 2. That's all I got for you. Catch you guys on the next one.